Hello, it's me, Julian. I'm filming outside today, as you can see, and so I got my microphone in hand. Let's get started. Have you ever wanted to start a new creative endeavor but kept putting it off for a variety of reasons? No problem. I got you. Been there, done that so many times. It's no coincidence that for my first video, I am doing it on the topic of, drumroll please, getting started on something new. I just want to get the weird awkwardness out of the way. First, we're going to talk about why we put off starting something new, whether it be fear, procrastination, a little bit of laziness. Number 2, I'm going to show you a super inspiring exercise to help you manage this discomfort of starting something new. And finally, we're going to talk about some action steps and also some ways to change your perception around this discomfort of starting something new in hopes that you're inspired to start something new. All right, number 1, why do we put off starting new things? You know, when you're really excited about a new idea, a new project, and you have all of these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ideas floating around in your mind, and yet weeks go by, months go by, and we still find ourselves sitting on our ass, not having done a damn thing about it. So, why is this? Number 1 is fear. Dun, 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 dun. Fear is pretty complex, and there's a few different reasons why fear holds us back from starting something new. Number 1, commitment. If you want to start something new and you want that something new to go somewhere, where is somewhere? You know for damn sure it'll never go anywhere unless you commit. In the beginning, we really don't even know what that commitment looks like. Is it going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money? And so we kind of don't even want to get started because the commitment is so unknown. Speaking of the unknown is also something that scares us out of our pants, britches, boots. It can all be really scary when we don't see all of the steps in front of us. Right now, you know there's a lot of stuff that you don't know. And there's a lot of stuff that you won't know that you don't know. But all you know right now is that you want to start the thing. So for that, there's a beautiful quote by Joseph Campbell that goes like this. If you can see your path laid out in front of you step by step, it's not your path. Your own path you make with every step that you take, step by step. And that's why it's your path. Another thing that makes us really scared to start something is failing. I don't think I need to go over the reasons of why this is scary, but on the opposite end of the spectrum of being scared to fail is being scared to actually succeed. Failing and actually succeeding are on the opposite spectrums of this fear, but they can both push us outside of our comfort zone. And that can be really scary. But as I'm sure you know by now, that life exists on the outside of our comfort zone. One of the scariest things that holds us back from starting something new is the fear of putting ourselves out there. Do you like my thing? It's terrible. And of course, one of the things that hold us back, I know it holds me back a lot, is not being perfect immediately and being really, really intimidated by the learning curve. Let's face it, nobody that is great at something today was amazing or perfect or great at it in the beginning, but they had to start somewhere. One way to just get over this is to accept that the beginning stages are going to suck. Like this first video of mine. It kind of sucks. And finally, one of the main reasons that we don't start something new is not having time. Well, as a creative, you have no option but to create. That's why the universe gifted you with this amazing and beautiful ability to create. And so you just have to make the time. Sometimes all I want to do after my full-time job is come home, kick back on the couch, drink a beer, and watch a movie. I tell myself I need the rest sometimes, but then eventually I realize I'm just being complacent. And then I feel anxious that I haven't started the thing. Then I spiral into a black hole of self-doubt and anxiety. Woohoo! All right, time for the second part of this video. I'm going to show you a little exercise that I did to get over the fear of starting this first video for my new channel. Warning! This activity causes excessive scrolling. When we hear stories of successful people, we hear about how hard it was for them to get started. We heard how J.K. Rowling or Tim Ferriss got rejected by publisher after publisher after publisher before they became their giant success that they are today. You've heard that Oprah Winfrey was told that she wasn't good for television, and other stories like this. Well, the good news is that these people are just people. And if you are a person that wants to make your thing turn into something, Well, guess what? One of these stories can be yours too. And I'm going to show you how to visualize that a little bit better for yourself. One of the good things about social media today is that we can actually go back to the very beginnings of these successful people's stories and see how they started, see how much progress they made to become who they are today. So I'm going to show you a few of my favorite examples. So first up is Sorella Moore. She is one of my all-time favorite people to follow. I love her videos. I love her vibe. She has a super clear, beautiful brand. As you can see, she's doing pretty well, a little bit over 1 million subscribers. Her videos are gorgeous, and if you go to the videos that are most popular, you'll see that they offer tons of value. But if you go to her oldest videos, well, they're a lot different than where she is now. Let's take a peek.
What's up, baby? What's up, B? Hey, baby.
Okay, I actually love these original videos because it shows where she started. You know, she had an idea and she did something with it. And she couldn't have got where she is today without starting with these original videos. All right, next up is Jonna Jinton. She is a Swedish YouTuber, influencer, and artist that lives in the north of Sweden. And as you can see, she also is doing really well with her channel. She has a beautiful brand, a beautiful vibe. Her videos, which I'm not going to go into these most recent ones, but as you can see, they're looking really, really beautiful. But like we just did with Sorelle, if you go to her older videos, then you will see that her original videos didn't have much going on. They were really just super simple videos of her life, and she just put them up on YouTube. And again, she couldn't have gotten where she is today without starting somewhere. And last but of course not least is Struthless, or Campbell Walker. He is also one of my favorite people to follow. He has a super cool channel all about creativity mixed with self-development in a super cool and unique way. As you can see, he has a super clear brand, super clear, distinct style. But like we did, if you go to his oldest videos, they are not what they are today. So of course he had to start somewhere, and I am so happy that he did, because otherwise his channel, which is super, super high value, would not be where it is today. So thank you so much, all of you who started your videos a long time ago with something that was less than perfect and allowed yourself to build it up. You are a huge inspiration to all of us getting started. Thank you. All right, well, I hope that you haven't dove off the deep end into your own YouTubing black hole scrolling extravaganza. If you're still here, congratulations. All right, now that we've looked at some of the very humbling and inspiring beginnings of some of the people that inspire me the most, let's talk about some of the action steps that we can take to start that new thing. The first two are action steps, and the last bit of this part is really just about how you can make a mindset shift to get over the discomfort of starting the new thing. All right, number one, start before you're ready. Like the quote from Joseph Campbell said, you won't ever know all of these steps. They appear as you go. Number two, take baby steps. This is the only way to get started with something new, unless you have a lot of time on your hands and you can just go for it. So I'm going to finish this part off by just giving you some ways to get your head outside of your head's box so you can kind of just overcome the discomfort of starting something new. First of all, know that things will change. Just follow what lights you up, and it will lead you where you need to go. I promise you that. Next, change your attitude towards failure. Most of the people who have succeeded in this world have failed a lot of times. And I think it was Thomas Edison that said, I haven't failed, I have just found 1,000 ways that don't work. Next, embrace your imperfections. I hope that the activity that I showed you in the second part of this video will help you see that the people that you look up to also just embrace their imperfections in the beginning. Finally, I'm going to leave you with I have a lot of favorite quotes, but 3 of the quotes that feel most applicable to this subject. Number 1 is from my dear Marie Forleo. She says that clarity comes from action and not thought. This is in the same veins of you just have to keep following what lights you up. Just keep doing something. Do something, and clarity will come. It might be slow, but it'll come. And this time next year, you'll wish you have started today. And finally, my dear little crickets, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. La 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 la. Okay, there it is, my first video.